Hey everyone, this is Mystic Veteran, and I'm bringing you this week's energy from my Oracle decks. And I decided to pick Cosmic Cat Wisdom cards for the week and do my Rebel deck Oracle game for some fun. And so we'll start off with the Rebel deck. The scenario that I got for this week is I am having a creative block. Blank would get things moving. And so I chose 3 answers, and you can choose the answers right now. 1, 2, or 3. Ignore the background noise. My daughter's messing with her blinds. So if you chose 1, I'm having a creative block. Treating my ass to something special would get things moving. That's number 1. If you chose number 2, admitting I don't have all the fucking answers is number 2. And gratitude is number 3. So from 3 choices, depending on which you chose, it would help your creative block and get things moving. Personally, I would think treating your ass to something special would probably be a better answer, but sometimes admitting that you don't have all the answers is, okay too. And gratitude, maybe with gratitude, realize that you have everything you need to be creative, and therefore it will get your creative juices going. So put those aside for now. And now you'll have to excuse the bed. I'm washing my sheets today. Thought it'd be better if I had some clean sheets. Might sleep a little bit better tonight. I'm not going to read the definitions for these cards because they're pretty obvious, and I think they relate to what's going on currently in the world today. So, beginning of the week, we have courage. Reach for the stars. So basically, Monday started the lockdown here. And in most places, everything has already started going on lockdown or will soon. Stores are closing, restaurants are closing, businesses are shutting down. Everybody is being quarantined and locked down to stop the spread of this virus. So, beginning of the week, spirits are saying to have courage. You could still reach for the stars, but it may be postponed for a while. So, right now, have courage. Don't fear. Fear is what causes the panic shopping that's been going on, and it's been nuts. I've already seen it firsthand at one of our local stores. Safeway wasn't too bad, but Costco got hit pretty fast last week. Winco, all those stores, they're all getting bought out real quick and real fast because people are fearful of this virus, and they're panic shopping, and they're worried that they're going to be quarantined for a very long time. A lot of people are only getting quarantined for 2 weeks. In our situation, since our state got hit hard, we're being quarantined for 6 weeks. They just decided to say, oh, screw it, let's just include the spring break, and they're going to come back sometime in April. So have courage, don't be fearful, have some common sense, realize that this too shall pass, and be smart. Don't say like, oh, I don't care, this thing isn't real, blah, blah, blah. Just continue to wash your hands, follow the directions given, excuse me, given out by WHO, the World Health Organization, which will be constantly changing, by the way. Recently, they said that it went here in the States. They said some states, they were down to no more groups of 100 people, but now recently they're saying you can't be in a group of 10 people. So it's getting pretty serious. So have courage. Don't fear. And if you are fearful, just lean on, people on social media if you can't actually go out and see people. Talk to your friends and family online, through your telephone, FaceTime, whatever, and just have courage because it's just starting. Middle of the week, we have reflection. Get out of your box. Well, what this basically means is not get out of your box, like get out of your house and stuff like that, because obviously we can't now. But like more like get out of your head. Um, instead of worrying and being afraid and stressing and overthinking, take this time that we're in isolation to reflect on what's going on around us. See this as a positive thing. Reflect on what's going on, what has happened, and what has, happened in the past. I'm pretty sure this is probably the first big panic we've had in a while, but use this as a time to reflect on lots of things, not just the virus, because sometimes too much of that reflection on one thing can be bad for you. So just reflect on, so you have stuff to do. Take a step back and prioritize and think about what you need to do, not what you can't do, because now you're in isolation. But think of what you can do. Reflect, think, but don't overthink. So on the end of the week, we have Instigator. Excuse me. No, I'm not coughing because I have corona. I have a sinus infection that I'm still getting rid of the stuff out of my lungs and my, the back of my throat. So you think I'm sick because of corona. Nope, I'm not. Instigator. Gotta start something. So here we have a kitty that's being playful and trying to start some crap with the dog. That's the more typical instigator. You're like, oh, tell your kids don't instigate, something, and we always say it in a negative light, but it's actually a positive thing in this aspect. Instigating means starting something new. Don't instigate with your brother, don't start something new with him, like a fight. But we want instigators, because at the end of the week, this having courage and reflection is going to bring you to the point where maybe you want to start something new. Maybe there's something you've been meaning to want to start but couldn't. Remember, we just came out of Mercury retrograde and a lot of stuff was put on hold. And now my cat's being a dork. Don't get your head stuck in that bag, kitty. That's not very smart. Sorry. And my cat's instigating right now. She's trying to start something with my Starbucks bag, which I didn't go to Starbucks. I had it delivered because I'm not trying to go out there right now. Yeah, she's a huge instigator. Anyway, instigate something new in your life. Come up with some new ideas. And start something new that you couldn't before. Now that Mercury retrograde is gone, Mercury's gone direct, you can start new projects. You can start new things. If you're at home, maybe something you want to start at home, you can focus on it now. Maybe as a group and a community, we could start something new that we haven't before. I mean, this was kind of like we weren't prepared for this. But now that we're all at home, we all have some form of a connection to each other. Like we're all stuck in our apartments or houses. We have internet. We have phone lines. Those are still working. So maybe people are coming together, instigating new practices of hygiene, practices of coming up with ideas to work from home, how to still continue to work without losing money, keeping businesses running, they've been closing down like the sit-in restaurants, but they're still allowing food delivery, obviously, because there's not a whole bunch of people. It's just one person going to one person's place, not, a whole bunch of people sitting in one spot, and spreading germs. So, yeah, by the end of the week, people are going to start coming up with new ideas to do new things based on what's currently going on. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes good things arise out of bad circumstances. And usually you need something bad for something good to happen, and vice versa. Sometimes you have something good and something bad will come out of it too. The world thrives on opposites. So think about that. Beginning of the week, have courage, reflect, and instigate to start something new. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I try to keep it pretty short and simple this time. No need to read the, excuse me, to read the cards. I mean, there's a lot of good information, but I basically just kind of went off the cards and my intuition and put my 2 cents in, and I could see exactly what the message was right away. So if that relates to you, or if you can, if that, I guess, what's the word? If you can relate to that anyway, then good. I can't think right now. I'm kind of tired. I got college to work on, so I got to go back to that after this. So that's my focus. If this related to you, please tell me so in the comments. Thumbs up, like, and share. Maybe subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I know what's going on is going to be tough, but we'll get through this. So I hope to be bringing you more weekly oracle things. Last week I was still kind of getting over my sickness. As you can tell, I'm still kind of on the mend, but I'm almost, almost there. And my kitty says hi. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.